Okay, there we go. Well, that's rare. Oh yeah. Nothing in the mystery shop. Nothing of use. I kind of like alternate between the controller and keyboard. Apparently Steam is doing something good where like they're trying to stop scalpers from or messing up with the payment of the new Steam controller. I'm starting to learn a little bit more about these scalpers because like even with I was looking, oh, let me go look at some different magic cards and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, some of these boxes of these cards or whatever are super expensive or you can't find them because scalpers already bought like, it's sold out in about 3 hours or something when they, whenever they announced it. And yeah, the scalpers got all of it. So I was like, ah. I mean, I know they did it with Gundam too. Like, pretty good example. I think there's like a Gundam that came out, High New Gundam. If you look at the symbol for new in Greek, or was the Greek letter for that. But either way, it looks like there's an N or no, a V. So when they ask like some people right before they bought it, like, hey, what's the name of this Gundam? Like, oh, it's V Gundam. Then it'd be like, okay, yeah, we're not selling it to you. Or they'll ask like, no, like, who's the pilot of this Gundam? It's very easy. Like anyone who knows, they know. Oh no, Twitch is always acting kind of weird. Yeah, after I kill this boss real quick, let me go take a look. Felt like it had more life today. I don't think they increased the health on this thing. Yeah, I start to get a little concerned. Okay, then once I'm out, I'll probably refresh Twitch and it'll probably be fine. I do actually look at the screen of it anyway, just to make sure like it's actually like playing on each one. So there's many a times where it didn't play on one or the other. I didn't know. Then later on, I would have to go and download it from one and then put it to the. Usually it's from like. Usually Twitch is doing pretty good, and it was YouTube that's acting kind of strange. Okay, there it is working. It was just the screen wasn't loading correctly. No, another weird ass thing I saw online. I'm pretty sure like Burrito would have loved this, but there's like in the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece, they're like, oh yeah, if they didn't have Usopp there the whole time, things would be easier. I'm like, nah. Like I think those kind of people who just like are like, oh yeah, I think the characters would have wanted him gone and all that. I'm like, then you obviously haven't read the series. And there's like people who don't read it, they have like weird ass opinions like that. They're like, oh yeah, like this character, like it's like personally you just don't like the character, right? But like they're saying like, oh yeah, this character is like completely useless. No one needs him there. Like, no. One Piece is one of those series where like all the main characters are like kind of needed at one point or another. Yeah, I think the person will try to like explain the reason why. Like, oh yeah, this is the reason why I don't like them. Like pretty much the reason why they personally don't like Nami or something. I was like, no one cares about what you personally don't like. that was strange. Yeah, sometimes Twitch just does some weird ass things. I don't know why. It's like filled with weird things. Let's see if I could, what you call it, minimize the screen on that one. Okay. Oh no, it just went to a whole different screen. Hopefully that's good enough. I won't mess with it anymore, because I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, the only reason why I don't want it was for Magic and stuff. I don't want to do Arena per se. It's just because I rather have the physical cards. And was a like for people getting into like that card game, Arena is fine because you could just like use the starter pack and kind of like get the feel for how to play. But if you want to like oh, I'm like invested in it, especially the art of it, I would not recommend. Let me see. Yeah, I need more of the other gold stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing Arena because you're paying all that money and you have it on digital, but you don't have the actual card itself. Yeah, well, I think in the tournaments and stuff, there's a rule where like, they want you to be well groomed, so no. All that, right? I think in like Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, if you're not well groomed and you smell bad, they kick you out of the tournament. They're like, yeah, we're not dealing with that. I don't think Magic the Gathering does that. But there is like a rule, like when you go into the tournament lobby. I only know this because I think someone was like mentioning that, like, oh, there's a lot of people that smell bad. And it's like, yeah, the tournaments you gotta smell good. Like, I think just not just a tournament thing. I think you should just do that just on the regular, but yeah, it was bad before where like me and some of my other friends, when we were playing Magic, we would go to the card place and you could just like during like some tournament night, you just want to go pick up some cards and stuff. And you just like look at some people and you're just like, oh dude, I can smell you from this far away. That's not a good thing. But yeah, that's just kind of like like a bad stereotype of like the gross person that's playing. I'm like, there's a lot of things there. Like some people when you go on what's it, like a plane ride. I was like, bro, you're on a plane with other people. You gotta be well groomed. Like for me, to the point like I'm like just like, what's it? I'm like I have to make so I even make sure like no, so I make sure I'm not sweaty or anything. So, but luckily though, like I never really had to on a long 8 hour, more than 8 hour flight. I never sat next to like a stinky person, which is a good thing. I'm like, oh, thank God. And plus my sense of smell is really bad anyway, so like if I could smell it, it's not good. But yeah, right now for the cards and stuff, I'm looking up. Once again? I'm still looking at some cards for the knights. I want to make a sliver deck because I used to kind of play one back when I was like way younger when I first got into it, and I am getting a card called the Muscle Sliver because that was like a card that I had at the time and I thought was like really cool, which is the reason why I made it. But yeah, uh, I haven't looked at all the cards yet, but I just remember someone telling me, oh yeah, making a sliver deck is actually kind of expensive. Okay, if I could get the other one to get over here too. There. This time. Okay, so at least for next time I know. Go to the corner and bait them all and just... I gotta eat some hits though. That's probably the best way. Okay. I also think I forgot what month, but pretty soon we'll see what the next job class of Final Fantasy 14 is. At least they have like something to look forward to. Like I think they need to have a stream where they kind of mention that in this game. Like they need to have like a stream where like they kind of like showcase a bunch of different job classes. Even though for anyone who's played the story and all that, we kind of know. We just don't know what order the new subclasses or yeah, job classes are coming in. Because some of the just look at the NPCs. What in the hell? What have I walked into? Well, that was a thing. And they're both like, since they're on the orange armband, I think they're very strong. Kind of reminds me of what I did in Final Fantasy 14. Like, I think my character dressed very, very weird. So I kind of, I understand the whole thing. We just go to like an area, they just, doing emotes over there, and other people are just kind of like, what? They, but most people like if they're doing weird emotes, they have like cool glamour on. You're like, oh, they're probably strong as hell. Like there's like pretty much the strongest people in Final Fantasy. The people who like, they don't do ultimates because like, oh, I want to challenge. They only do ultimates because they're like, oh wow, like ultimates is like doing like the hardest raid content. They do that because they're like, oh, I want that one weapon because it goes good with my glamour. The fashion hunters look like the true like strongest people in the game. There, barely touched by. Oh. Okay, and this is the part where I can't mess up. Oh man, I messed up since he kind of... Yeah, it was close. Like if my person like as they're running, if they kind of like kept on like kind of doing it for the forward moment or momentum, kept on moving forward, they would have got hit with it. Yeah, the only reason why I'm like looking forward to the new subclasses, I am thinking about like I'm looking at the new tank because now the tanking is going to be a little bit different in Final Fantasy 14. It won't be as like straightforward. So I am like kind of looking forward to that. Like I can crack on the paladin because I was using paladin. That's what kind of how I learned how to tank. Even though my first tank that I ever played was Dark Knight. Like if the next class is like I think it's gonna have a shield, but if it's like a shield and spear, I'm like because it's kind of going with the Norse vibes, I would actually that one it sounds cool. Hmm? Oh yeah, that's another thing. I probably need to buy too. I want to buy a harness for my bigger dog to make it easier. I'm not sure if it would be easier for her to walk. But I'm thinking about it. I don't know what size. I don't want to buy the thing, then have to like take it back because it's too small. I could just ask my sister. I'll do that tomorrow. Oh yeah, going back to other, was it back to Magic the Gathering, since I've been on a Magic the Gathering kick just recently. There was a card type that I did have a few cards in. The monsters look like slugs or something. I just don't remember the name of it. So later on I have to actually kind of look it up. Just type in random card, creature types, and see if I can find it. I think it was around the time of Slivers, if I remember correctly. And kind of like that, it was like a creature type like that. Yeah, I just didn't realize some of the Slivers were expensive as hell. I was like, oh yeah, and that's a fun creature type. I want to get that. Reminds me of my youth. Then it's like, oh wait a minute, my youth is very expensive. Okay, got them all here. Oh, okay, okay. Definitely better than yesterday. Yesterday it was like around this area. So I could like kill a lot of enemies and the elite boss. Or elite, no, boss I guess? Elite enemy? That might sound better. Oh yeah. Another weird tidbit is if you ever watched the anime Duel Masters, that whole series, like know how there's cards of Duel Masters, right? It didn't start off as Duel Masters. It was actually Magic the Gathering. It was I think it told like the arc where like you meet some kind of like silver-haired kid who's like the main antagonist. Later on, he becomes a good guy, but he's the one that brought up was a Duel Master cards. So like yeah, in the comic book, it was goofy because I think at the time was it I think what they were doing was they wanted to get people hooked on. At the time, like Magic the Gathering was like no, everyone was playing it, not just Americans, but like people in Japan too. Then at the peak, I think the company thought like, oh yeah, we could make a new card game and make it just as big as Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's why they kind of pivoted to that, which was very silly. They could have just kept it at like, there's a new comic. It ended kind of recently. It was like destroy the world or something along those lines, right? But it's like it's nothing supernatural or anything. It's just like characters as they play Magic and all that kind of stuff, right? But I think they were playing was a I think now it would be considered legacy cards, right? I mean, it's 20 years ago, or actually maybe even more than that. Cards from back in that time. I think they could just like, you might, I'm not sure what kind of like a deal the companies have with was it Wizard of the Coast, right? But I think honestly, kind of like that one other weird ass show like Wixoros or something, like Wixoss. That was about a card game as well, or became a card game, and it was like think of that one Magical Girl show, La Pulica or whatever the hell his name is. Oh my god, I cannot. Oh man, I don't even know how to remember the name of the show. It was very famous, right? It was like kind of like a dark take on magical girls, that show. But they had a different show. You could tell whoever wrote it, that's the vibe they were going for. But yeah, it was about a card game, and like, was it like some of the cards are like the characters of the cards like talk to the main girl or whatever, and you find out that the reason why some of the card characters have like a personality is because they were actually just human girls, and they lost the card game and they became a card. And then there's like some stuff with like, you know, people have amnesia. I think at the very end, the main character girl, she became a little crazy, and then she lost, and then she was to save the girl that was her little card avatar or whatever. It's almost like if you go from a Yu-Gi-Oh standpoint, it's almost like you're playing like Dark Magician. That person's an actual like human person. In order to save them, you take the place of that character. So now he's playing a card game and he's using you as the card, and you're the Black Magician. But yeah, but going with that, right? I think they could do one with Magic, and you want to probably do standard, I think, and just have it where like maybe in that standard tournament or whatever, right? Because planeswalkers are a thing. Have it where like same scenario, right? Your planeswalker talks to you like, hey, no, pick me to fight and all this kind of stuff and all this thing, right? And then you can have like maybe a dark conspiracy as the series goes on. I think there's an M plus because of the nostalgia of Magic the Gathering. I think it'll sell well. I have ideas. Uh-oh, no. I might have ideas, but I have 0 stamina. Oh my god, these enemies are... Yeah, come over here then. Yeah, I know you can. Yeah, it's all fun and games until he does actually come over here. Then I'll just be like, oh shit, I don't know. But he's too weak, so he won't be able to really hurt me. It ain't the new zone. If enough of those characters start smacking me, I will die. I'm waiting for them to like, was it 170 gear? Yeah, it's not it'll be 180. 180 gear. Because the other sword that I can't get yet is 170. But yeah, I just didn't realize how, you know, worldwide Magic the Gathering is. Because then I just saw like another tournament where it's like in a different country they're playing it. I was like, oh shit. I know it's like decently big in Japan, but Japan has like a lot of different card games, Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. I like the show of Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. But after I got to like past the main Yu-Gi-Oh characters, past that series, it was hard for me to get into it just because I think just like the cards were like, oh yeah, by the way, I do square root damage and shit. I'm like, the hell? It's very simple in Magic the Gathering. It's like just 20. You have 20 life unless you're playing Commander or something. And I didn't know Commander was big until recently as well. I read a documentary kind of like talking about Commander, Pioneer and all that. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, what was it? Commander is like the newest, like pretty much the biggest thing, even though they do tournaments in Standard. Yeah. I thought I was gonna get lucky with finding another box. I wonder if anything down there. No, I think I might have already looked down here. That one day where I found like too many, which messed me up for the other days. Yeah, I did not know how big what's it, Magic the Gathering was. I played a little bit in, I think I started in middle school. I think I told what's it, Milk this story. Started in middle school. Then the reason why I stopped playing is someone did like someone like I don't know what format. I must have been playing modern and I just didn't know. Yeah, someone did 1,000,000 damage using like Sarah's Angel, some other stuff to me. And that's when I quit. I was like, man, I don't understand what's going on, and you did 1,000,000 damage. Oh. Yes, yes. Okay, found one box for the day. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought the boss would be here. Someone just killed it real quick then. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like killing these bosses. Kind of remind me of like hunt trains when people say in the chat like this boss is coming up. I used to do hunt trains in Final Fantasy 14 with my little sister. She was like in a lot of link shots with the different parties, and then she'll let me know. There's also like I think it was a little bit more engaging before, because even let's say for example Odin, if you killed Odin and you're the person to the last hit on Odin, the next time Odin spawns, he spawns as the person who he like pretty much if you killed him and like let's say whatever your no race of your character is, it'll be that. I remember one time I was like a Lalafell, which is like a little tiny, almost like a dwarf, right? And what the next time it spawned, it was that. And I'm not even sure if it has my name. I'm not 100% certain, but I thought it was pretty funny. Because the one time I was like just a small person, I was like, ah, yeah, take that. And then the next time it spawned, it was like, it looked like it was me in its armor. I think they need to do more stuff like that. I have fun with it. Uh-oh. I didn't think they'll be over here. Oh. Oh, I'm glad I did this. See, sometimes you have to make a fall to find something new. There's probably like a saying behind that. Oh. And oh. Probably a Japanese haiku for something that conveys a similar feeling, like you must fail to succeed. I think I went over there already. Let's take a look over here real quick. Just take a little peek. Because I know there was something in there at one point. I think there was something at the top of this at one point as well. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that was my cue to the game's like, nah, you fucked up. You tried to do something cool, but you messed it up, so go back to town. Like, oh. Yeah, I need to go look at the new weather system, or I think you could like, there's a free system online where you, like a website you could go to. You could play Commander and with Magic with people without actually having to, of course, be there or use real money to get the cards. It's a way for you people to like, play their Commander, just kind of see how it is before they invest the money into it. Because certain deck types are very expensive. Apparently Knights are not very expensive because apparently Knights have not been good for a very long time. So I'm like, oh, perfect. Something I'm playing because there's like a few cards I really like that are Knights. And also, is inexpensive, or relatively. Plus I'm not playing against sweaty people, so I'm just doing it for the whimsy. Oh, Wonder Dish. Okay, hold on. Oh, never mind. There's someone trying to sell stuff. Okay. We'll go here. And I do the death emote because it makes it easier to see the promo for Monogatari series. There. Yeah, because I do want more people to play this game. So I think it's a great starter of an MMO for people. So it's a good game, or a game to dip their toes in if they want to do MMOs. And they're kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I get it, because you could easily get to a point in the game that you could start grinding pretty quick in this game. Like other games will take like a few months to get to like the right level and all that without paying money. This game you could probably do that in 2 weeks. Probably even faster, honestly. Because all you need to do is just get to the max level. You won't even have to finish all the main story to do that. Then from that point on, all you need to do is just do the dungeons, and if you have a friend, they'll be able to like just carry you through most of the dungeons to get your gear at least semi-decent. And then, as you saw with my gameplay, once your gear is semi-decent, you could just sold the rest of it. So then you could be pretty much geared. I think that'll probably be less than 2 weeks, to be honest. And with the reclaim hub, you could probably gear up even quicker with all this stuff. Yeah, so it's very easy. This game is very easy to get into. And with that, we'll call it a day for today. Tomorrow will be the week recess, so then we'll go through and look at all the shops, make sure we got everything important. Yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow. And so until then, we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace out.